What if what you believe to be true about your life turned out to be false? Could it be that the truth has always been there, waiting for you to finally open your eyes? Now is your time. When a transition occurs, only those who are ready to heed the call will rise. You are not here just to observe. You are here to wake up, reclaim your purpose, challenge the status quo, and enter a world where you make the rules. Welcome to the unfolding. Are you ready to observe? The darkness cannot suppress the light that shines within. Your spirit emerges undaunted and unyielding, like a single flame challenging the advancing darkness. Instead of walking in the shadows, you have been chosen to shine above the shadows and light the way for others to follow. This is not a random moment. Rather, it is a divine appointment, a call to stand boldly in the truth you must bear. They are losing the illusion they once clung to like fragile leaves in a violent breeze. If you are new to our channel, we sincerely welcome you to subscribe and become part of our community of hope. As a subscriber, you will join a community sharing inspiration and uplifting messages. Every carefully crafted lie suddenly shatters, revealing their motivations for all to see. The barriers they have built in secret begin to crumble, and beneath those cracks is a shaky foundation they can no longer hide. Once caught in their web of deception, you are now free. Their meticulously crafted plans are crumbling under the weight of their disintegration, and the labyrinth they created to imprison you is no longer effective. The confidence of this weapon, once a weapon they wielded with precision, is now showing its empty core. This is no coincidence. It is a divine shift, a turning of the tide that cannot be reversed. You have surpassed their comprehension with your presence that speaks of a new creation, a reality they cannot control. Now that the tides have changed, you are in your proper position, guiding a ship forged by hardship and hardened by stubborn determination. A power fueled by divine might and has become the ember they believed would go out, an all-consuming fire. Write 7 in the comments to raise your energy. You no longer cower in the face of life's storms. Rather, you rise to the occasion, fearless and uncompromising. Your speech has the power of someone who has been through the fire and has come out on the other side changed. Every word you say has the weight of authenticity, cutting through the clutter with purposeful clarity. It is now a narrative of success, of taking on the role you were meant to play rather than just surviving. You no longer have to carry the burden of dishonesty or bow to pressure. The indisputable power of your presence confronts those who previously fed on your indecision. With the power you now possess, their premeditated plots and whispered provocations disappear. However, you respond not with venom or anger, but with cool determination, a quiet authority that undermines their claims. Your precise and purposeful words get straight to the heart of the matter, paving the way for what is real and lasting. The environment shakes with the force of your reassurance, and the room changes around you. Those who previously tried to discredit you now falter, their self-confidence shattered by the weight of your indisputable metamorphosis. This is a new chapter in your tale, a divine rewrite. You have stepped into a job that defies expectations, a life of irresistible speed and divine purpose. The challenges you faced were meant to build you up, not tear you down. You are now a living example of what perseverance and faith can achieve. The lies others have told you and the plans they have devised do not define you. You are defined by the indisputable power that flows within you right now and the reality of who you are. Breathe fearlessly in this moment because it is no longer you who is surrendering to the storm. Rather, it is you who is controlling it and channeling its energy into something new and magnificent. And even as the cracks in its foundations deepen and the old ways give way to the new, you hold fast to the reason you were created. This is your moment, not just to survive, but to rise, to thrive, to claim the life that has always been yours. Change is no longer a distant whisper, but an unquestionable and unshakable force that flows unshakably. By entering 11, you can claim these benefits that will lead to more opportunities in your life, such as professional success, financial success, business success, health, and all your heart's desires. Those who previously took advantage of your hesitation, who used subtle insults and sly manipulations to gain power, must now face an inescapable truth. The uncompromising presence you have become makes their old strategies of carefully veiled provocations and cunningly disguised pranks fail. Instead of approaching them with hostility, you do so with a calm determination that shakes their confidence. Your calm, methodical words cut through the fuss like a craftsman's chisel and reveal only the truth. Your confidence makes the room move and leaves no room for any pretense. Their once confident demeanor now crumbles under the quiet power you radiate. They realize they can no longer bind you to their flimsy games, and it hits them like a relentless tsunami. You have become a force they never imagined, a constant storm that shatters delusions and leaves clarity in its wake. If you think that love and faith have the capacity to overcome any obstacle, subscribe to the channel and write amen. Your trust is no longer a passive protection, but a decisive tool that reveals unadulterated truth and destroys falsehood. In reality, what they mistook for resilience was deep patience based on flexibility rather than surrender. They once thought that your desire for peace was a weakness rather than a conscious strength. Now, like forgotten whispers in the wind, the layers of their assumptions are unraveling. Your silent observation was never a vacuum, but rather a deliberate pause, a decision to wait for the impact of your words to change everything. Now that moment has come. Those who previously trusted your capacity to forgive and your tendency to accept their deceptive strategies are now faced with an unpredictable and uncontrollable version of you. Using guilt as a weapon, a relative of yours is repeating their old behavior, hoping that you will give in as before, but their attempts are failing. You meet their efforts with a calm and determined look, while you break down their words in a balanced and accurate way. Their ideas seem to crumble in the face of your response, which seems like an impenetrable wall. They remain bewildered and cannot accept the fact that you have entered a sphere of power that they can no longer manipulate. What they called your weakness is now your greatest strength, a line they cannot cross. At work, you have an unwavering will that eliminates the possibility of self-doubt. Understanding the battles you actually fight has replaced the days of doubting your right to occupy space. You react quickly and without hesitation. When a coworker who is notorious for using subtlety to make a point uses the same tactic, you calmly and clearly lay out the facts that completely change the mood of the room. Rather than your hostility, it is the unquestionable conviction of your comments that shines through like a light from the front. Everyone is forced to face a truth they can no longer ignore because your honesty stands out. Your colleague, who used to enjoy manipulating reality to suit his own interests, is now in a difficult situation and cannot tell the story the way he used to. There is no denying this metamorphosis. A strength developed by growth and fortitude not only weather the storm, but completely change its course. Entering 3333, you can assert your heavenly protection, and in the mighty name of Jesus, no weapon shall stand in your way. Their once effective plans crumble in the face of your truth, and their tactics collapse under the intensity of your openness. The games they used to play so easily are no longer supported by the environment that has adapted to your presence. Those who believed they understood you now find it difficult to balance who they see and who they believe they are responsible for. By shattering their illusions, you have demonstrated your own power, a power that is neither subtle nor unnoticed. Your unwavering determination is crushing their attempts at manipulation, preventing dishonesty from taking hold. An old friend, once skilled at distorting perceptions, is using his tried and true techniques to make you doubt again. But the moment they try to change the story, your reaction is swift and decisive, revealing all their lies like an inescapable mirror. When your words pierce their facade, they frantically scramble to regain power they no longer have. As people come to terms with the fact that the dynamic they relied on is no longer there, their confidence diminishes in the face of your passage. Their tactics don't work because you are now entering a new realm of self-ownership. Every connection changes as a result of your progress, and even the most cunning people are forced to acknowledge your power. There is no doubting the clarity that suddenly shines through you, like the first rays of morning breaking through the darkest night. For the spirit that God has given us does not make us timid, but gives us strength, love, and self-discipline. This is a divine promise engraved into the fabric of your being, not a passing fad or borrowed power. You were not created to live in darkness or to cower in the face of deception. Rather, you must remain steadfast, guided by a power higher than any deception. The meeting goes on as usual, nice on the surface, full of meaningless small talk and platitudes. But beneath the surface, there is one person, the same person who used to enjoy spreading lies about you. They rehearse their smirks and take a measured approach, waiting for the familiar response of polite avoidance and withdrawal. This time, however, a significant change has occurred. You are not the same person you once were. You are anchored by the weight of divine truth, and this brings unwavering courage. Write "I am ready" in the comments section below, indicating that you are ready to take on any task and welcome the benefits that will come your way. Your words are calm and purposeful, and you look them in the eye without hesitation. Your every sentence pierces through their facade and prevents their rehearsed facade from taking hold. Instead of anger, they flounder in bewildered awareness. They experience more than you do. They experience the unwavering presence of a power beyond human comprehension. They see it fully for the first time, and the foundation of their trust begins to shift. Here, their manipulations are no longer effective. This is a time of revelation rather than strife. Instead of attacking or boasting, you remain steadfast, exhibiting the fortitude of a person honed by hardship and exalted by grace. Your clarity is a gift refined by experience and knowledge, the result of divine purpose, not arrogance. Your words, once so carefully crafted to ensnare, are hollowing out. Their once effective tactics can no longer stand against the unwavering truth emanating from within you. Surely the era of tolerance and silence is over. Lies and half-truths are no longer tolerated, and you are no longer just watching. Now that the veil has been lifted, you can see clearly and see things as they really are. This clarity is your weapon, not to harm but to enlighten. It accurately exposes their lies, not as a form of retaliation, but as an expression that the light has come to reveal what can no longer be hidden. However, the power within you is not your own. Rather, it is a mirror of something greater, a divine certainty that surrounds you and precedes you. When this presence is there, even the mundane becomes sacred. Every encounter and every second becomes a chance to live a purposeful life and serve as a testament to the power of grace and truth. In the silence that follows, they retreat, forced to face the reality of their collapsing facade. But you do not hesitate. This is not the end. On the contrary, it is the beginning of a new chapter in which you will walk with the silent authority of someone who understands that his power stems from something timeless. The weight of false tales and the murmurs of dishonesty no longer bind you. Instead, you are a symbol of impregnable freedom, unshakable courage, and unwavering purpose. This is your call, your moment. Enter courageously into it, realizing that the power within you is not your own, but a reflection of a divine presence that uplifts and supports you. The truth of who you are now shines brighter than ever, and the falsehoods that previously tried to define you have lost their power. You have been chosen for this opportunity. Walk into it fearlessly and fearlessly. They expect the same pattern of tolerance when a coworker known for their manipulative tendencies tries to pull you into the familiar cycle of complaining and finger-pointing. However, they can no longer easily control the other person. Your cool but strong response unmasks them and exposes the games they believe they have mastered with every word. You address their actions directly, without anger or hostility, and confront them with the truth they have worked so hard to hide. The look on their face, a mixture of surprise and dismay, shows that they have finally realized the truth. You are no longer part of their distorted story, and their power has been permanently taken away. The authority that others previously had over you is completely gone as you have ascended into a realm of unquestionable power. Your every contact is affected by the shift in your being and allows those who scorned you to face the truth they chose to ignore. Their once effective tactics are now crumbling under your unwavering determination. You are no longer constrained by their games. It was unthinkable before, but it is now a reality. There is no denying the change that is taking place within you, driven by an unfathomable force that is illuminating your path and purging the lies. Every action you take shows the weight of this clarity that removes any possibility of deception or uncertainty. Your self-image is being completely rebuilt, all the lies and uncertainties that previously held you back being demolished. An unwavering awareness of your worth has replaced the self-criticism that was previously mumbling in your head. If you like this video, don't forget to hit the like button, tell your friends about it, and subscribe to receive more inspiring content. This newfound strength is not just within you, it radiates out like an unstoppable light. When a well-known speaker at a party tries to shake your confidence with their standard insults, they are disarmed. The words they once used as weapons are now dead and cannot break down the wall of trust that defines you. They are stunned by your calm response, a silent, uncompromising admission of your reality. Their power to devalue you has vanished along with their control over you. This change is irreversible. Your unshakable sense of self is now impervious to their attempts to criticize or humiliate you. You have stepped into unshakable power and are no longer bound by their opinions. Their unease reflects their lack of control as they struggle with an unchanging reality. Nothing can change the brightness of your light since you have accepted who you are. You remain steadfast, grounded in a self-confidence that resists their efforts to weaken you and forces them to acknowledge the emptiness of their efforts. Following your metamorphosis, they can no longer control you as you have climbed to a level outside their sphere of influence. Those who previously took advantage of your agreement and used your generosity for their own benefit are now confronted with an unexpected side of you. Their once quiet acceptance has given way to an unwavering and unflinching voice. Your once flexible boundaries are now rigid and unaffected by what other people want. Your peace of mind is no longer sacrificed for theirs. You have gained complete control over your decisions. When people discover that the previous dynamics no longer exist, their expectations are shattered. A calm but firm refusal is something they cannot ignore when others they know have made their intentions known and expect you to accept without question. There is no discussion and no reasoning. Your answer has a definite and unmistakable power that draws a firm line they cannot cross. Their doubts remain, a tacit admission of how much they have misjudged you. As people try to understand the change in front of them, the power they previously had over your behavior evaporates. You cannot control their confusion, no matter how obvious it is. By freeing yourself from their control, you have made them face the fact that their influence no longer has a place in your life. They can no longer destroy your fortress of determination, and the games they used to play now lie dead at your feet. When I was a child, I talked like a child, I thought like a child, I reasoned like a child. When I became an adult, I left behind the ways of my childhood. The divine rhythm of life often takes us back to our past experiences, not as a punishment, but as evidence of our growth. Imagine a tree that was once small and delicate, enduring droughts and storms. Over time, its branches spread out further, its roots go deeper and deeper, and when the same storm comes again, it no longer trembles so much. Now you too are anchored and unshakable. These situations are meant to highlight your strengths, not to test them. Sometimes, like actors practicing old scripts, familiar faces from your past who have previously influenced your choices or dimmed your light will reappear. They believe their performance will continue to be effective. They rely on their charisma, cunning, or shared history, which used to give them authority. But this time, the people watching their performance are different. They discover that they are looking at an unrecognizable version of you, shaped by development, strengthened by wisdom, and empowered by divine purpose. When they move forward with their tried and true strategy, hoping for cooperation or compromise, you do not react with horror or anger. Rather, you communicate with calm and unflinching clarity. It is clear from your words that their role in your fairy tale is over, like the soft but strong closing of a door. If you are new to our community, please make sure you don't miss any of our daily videos by subscribing, liking, and sharing. If these words have blessed you, please write Amen. They are no longer in the same place. Their attempts to manipulate and reopen past wounds are failing in the face of your true self. The ropes of their influence no longer hold you. You are free to stand firmly in the present without being bound by the past. This is about truth, not about retaliation or resentment. You have undoubtedly changed, and it shows in your every word and deed. They find themselves in the presence of an unshakable strength, an unbreakable calm, and an unrelenting purpose. Their plans crumble before the indestructible wall of your will, and the power they once held seems empty in their hands. You have transcended their games, so you do not play them. The person they knew, the person they could influence, no longer exists. Their astonishment and amazement is not your burden. On the contrary, it is the inevitable result of seeing someone who has fully embraced their vocation and realized that their worth is not determined by others. The fire has tested you, and you have been left with something more resilient, pure, and indestructible. Your hardships were not in vain. They honed and prepared you, helping you to become who you are today. Now, when life puts you in a similar situation, it is not to cage you, but to give you a chance to show the work you have done within you. This is a showcase of the new, not a return to the past. No one can take back the gains you have made, and you are no longer the same. You are proving that change is real, that progress is achievable, and that faith and perseverance can break any chain. Let this experience be a reminder of your strength, a confirmation of the distance you have traveled and the solidity of the foundation you have laid. You do not have to open the door for the past to knock. You are free to move forward, leaving behind what no longer belongs to you and taking with you only what is necessary for your goals. Now is your moment to take a strong stand, walk with courage, and seize the future that has always been yours. You have gone above and beyond, not only by rejecting their efforts, but by believing in the indisputable reality of your renewal. Their once effective strategies now seem meaningless because you have surpassed them. Each stage of your journey has strengthened your unwavering confidence. This is more than just resistance. It is an expression of a metamorphosis so profound that the bonds of the past can no longer hold you in the present. The chapter of your life of control and manipulation is now permanently closed. Those who once profited by manipulating your will to fit their own plans are now helpless before the power you embrace, and their influence has been destroyed. Their dreams have been shattered. Their intentions and the unwavering value you now see in yourself has been revealed. You radiate an unshakable confidence, built through hardship and triumph, that makes it impossible for their dishonesty to penetrate. A manipulative family member encounters something quite different when they use their tried-and-true strategies to put you back into appeasing behavior. Your cool, firm refusal is unwavering and has a clarity that avoids misunderstandings. There is a hard edge that speaks louder than mere words, neither anger nor explanation. Their confusion, mixed with anger, shows that they don't realize how much you have changed. The controls they once could easily exert are now slowly crumbling, disappearing like sand from their fingertips. The methods that once constrained your every step, guided or manipulated you, are now mere illusions. The remnants of their power, like cracked earth in a dried riverbed, are only a memory of their past influence. You now stand with a completely different power. This change represents a profound transformation, not only of the world outside you, but also of your own essence. The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? The Lord is the stronghold of my life. Whom shall I fear? These sacred words are no longer just a prayer, but an echo of a truth that shapes your very being. Your inner strength is growing with a steadfastness that challenges everything that once frightened or limited you. This power is the result of your metamorphosis, radiating a clarity that dispels the shadows and fears of the past. Just as the morning sun dispels the darkest night, now your every step is illuminated by this clarity. Your every decision is born out of this new freedom. Subscribing to this channel, liking and sharing the video will enable you to join our group and enjoy these benefits. Have faith in right I do. God will reward you. The things that used to hold you hostage, your fears, uncertainties, or external pressures, now vanish in helplessness. The tools they used against you, once powerful and effective, are now nothing but useless and boring relics. Because the game has changed, the dynamics have changed, but most importantly, you have changed. They continue to use the same old tactics and expect the same results, but the person they are dealing with is no longer the same. You are no longer someone who has succumbed to the limitations of the past. You are completely immune to their manipulations, threats, and deceptions. This metamorphosis is not just a change, it is a moment of radical rebirth that transforms your entire being. transporting you into a new reality. Neither the chains of the past nor the tactics fueled by the fears of others can stop you now, because the light within you is destroying every obstacle and illusion in front of you, just as the morning sun tears through the darkness. This light is not only a source of strength, but also a truth that liberates you, grows you, and defines your journey. What were once highly successful, extremely well-planned, and finely calculated strategies are now completely inadequate in the face of your unwavering presence. Those methods that were once used to manipulate, control, or derail you now seem ineffective and almost naive. This is a moment of realization not only for you, but also for them. But it is not a confrontation born out of conflict. It is a moment of realization of your inner transformation. A moment of realization where you take full possession of your power and authority. In this moment, true power emerges as an unshakable foundation that exists only in you. As their plans fall apart, you continue to shine with your own inner light. The influences that were previously targeting you, trying to direct you, or hoping to limit you, are now weakened and eventually lose their influence altogether. This is not merely the result of your perseverance or resistance. It is an expression of something much deeper. A true metamorphosis. This metamorphosis has freed you from your fears, your uncertainties, and all your past doubts. You now see yourself more clearly than ever before. You know your own worth in a deep way, and you lead your life with this understanding. Your voice is now the voice of someone who recognizes their own worth and authenticity. It carries an echo of determination and self-confidence, far removed from a voice darkened by uncertainty or stifled by fear. Like a sharp light piercing through the densest and thickest fog, your every word and every decision dispels deception, illusion, and darkness. Your words become not just words spoken, but deeds full of power and wisdom, bearers of a profound truth. This metamorphosis is not limited to your impact on the outside world. It symbolizes a profound change in your inner world as well. You no longer hesitate to forge your own path. You find the source of your power within yourself, not outside. This power is a reflection of your ability to not only survive, but also to shape your life, take control, and move forward on your own terms. This new state of being not only takes you beyond the people and events around you, but also connects you with the person you were always meant to be. And now, as you move forward on this journey, no harm, no deception, no shadow will be enough to hide your brilliance. Because this is not just a shift. It is a moment of rebirth that redefines your existence, transforming your entire identity and destiny. The power dynamics have completely shifted, and the terms of your journey are now shaped solely by your will. The chains that once held you back, the obstacles you faced, the rules or ideas of others now seem like faint shadows of the past. They are no match for your newfound independence and inner brilliance. You now take every step with confidence in yourself and act with clarity that illuminates the way ahead. Your path is determined not by the tactics of others, but by your own will, values, and dreams. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel to help spread even more positivity. This transformation is more than just a win or a success. It has a much deeper meaning. It is a monument to the strength, determination, and brilliance that has always existed within you, but that you may not have realized until now. The struggles in your life, instead of defeating or breaking you, have made you more resilient, wiser, and freer than ever. Every strategy they used to limit you only served to make you stronger. This is not just a victory, it is a turning point in your journey to recognize your own destiny, who you are, and who you want to be. You are now moving forward in full awareness of your inner power. Although the road ahead is uncertain, this sense of invincibility within you is a light that will guide you even in the darkest moments. The struggles of the past are no longer just memories. They are also teachers, guiding you and making you wiser. You now step into the future with confidence in your courage and determination. Because this journey is not just about reaching the destination. It is about making new discoveries about who you are and what you are capable of at every step. Never doubt yourself, your strength, and your light. This is only your story and only you will write it. The power they had has vanished to be replaced by the brilliance of an uncontrollable light. You have the power to shape the future, and every step you take confirms the truth of who you are. The shackles of the past no longer bind you. The unstoppable power that is you has replaced everything that controlled you before. Remember that every struggle, wound, and victory has transformed your light into something that will never go out. You have the power to shape the future. Never let anyone tell you who you should be. Instead, get out there, shape it, and own it. Now is your chance, so seize it and set the world on fire. We have come to the end of this video. If you found value in this message, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Your support helps us reach more people and spread this empowering message. Join our community and let's continue this journey together. See you in our next video. Goodbye.